I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Just want to jump on and talk about some big developments that's happening in the world of crypto, uh, Bitcoin specifically. Uh, Hopefully, I am streaming. I don't know if I am yet. Hopefully, I am. Give me a second here. Where's that doc at? Let's see if anybody's here yet. So I wanted to come on and just talk about some of the stuff that's been happening in the world of crypto, stocks. Not mostly crypto tonight. I'm not even going to stocks, really, to be honest. Uh, I want to talk about some developments that's been happening, right? Is because Bitcoin is about to make a lot of people very, very rich. And over the last 18 months, a lot of revelations have taken place. That we start to realize that a lot of the rich, elite, and wealthy have been buying Bitcoin all along. The banks have already been planning this out for 2-3 years. A lot of the wealthy and elite people have been buying Bitcoin since 2014. Now, why were they telling us all this time it was a scam to look away? 2015, Bank of America found out I was trading Bitcoin. They shut down my account for 5 years. Now, this was all a tactic to keep you away from one of the biggest investment potentials in your entire life. That's all it was. I'm sorry. I know it sounds like a conspiracy. I know y'all say, man, some of y'all say, I like this dude, but sometimes he goes down a conspiracy path because it's all interrelated. Now, you don't think they knew? I knew back in 15, 16 that it was going to change the world. You don't think their analysts knew? You don't think their think tanks knew? You don't think all the people they pay hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to think for them that didn't know? They knew. They just had to keep you away. That's why the banks act like they were afraid of it. That's why they did all that to repress the price to keep it down and so they can accumulate. MicroStrategy has 1% of all the Bitcoin in the world right now. The U.S. government has a large percent right now. A lot of major companies, corporations have a large percentage of Bitcoin. The ETFs will eventually buy up all Bitcoin. And then I'm telling you what's coming next. I'm going to tell you right now. Is that the banks, what the banks want to do. And I'm going to talk about the XRP ETF. We're going to talk about some other Bitcoin stuff. We're going to talk some cryptos that could do well, but I just wanted to jump on. I got this new video format I wanted to show off a little bit. So we'll see. But hopefully the audio's good. So I think I got that working now. But so what we're going to talk about tonight is I want to talk about how everybody's been tricked, right? The Bitcoin ETF is something that most of us would have never imagined 2-3 years ago because the banks said it was bad. It was a scam. It was this. Now the banks now you got to remember, somebody asked me one time, that's why I say 2024 is your last chance. Your last chance in your life to make a lot of money on cryptocurrency because after this, the banks will control it. And I'm going to tell you why. The banks in the ETF, the banks make money off of transactions. So they want as many transactions as possible. The same way that the banks worked and connived all these years to control Bitcoin, now they're going to connive and do all types of tricks to stabilize the price. Because the average dude in a 401k plan or a retirement plan or whatever, an investor, he doesn't like volatility. Up, down, left, right. He wants it to kind of just go up a little bit at a time. The banks will attract more investors if Bitcoin is stable. It just goes up a little bit. And that's what they want to do. They want to stabilize it. Now, you could do that with derivatives. You could do that with other investment products. You could do it by creating rules and regulations like they did with the stock market. So if it drops too fast, it shuts off. And then the next thing the banks are going to do, I'm telling you what's coming 5 to 6 years from now. Now, before we go, I need you guys to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Like the video if you haven't already done so. And I'll appreciate you if you can do that. So what the banks are going to do, and I'm telling you, we got a lot we're going to talk about tonight. I might stay on an hour tonight. The banks will eventually tell you that to buy Bitcoin, they're going to call it naked Bitcoin, whatever you want to call it, is dangerous. And you should only buy it through the ETF. That's what's coming next. They're going to tell you to buy Bitcoin on the open market is dangerous. You know, they're going to scare you with all these stories or whatever. You should only own it through an ETF because it's safe and secure with us. Because they make money off the transaction. That's what they want. They want to make you get into that. They want to make you get into it like that, where they have all the control. Now, Bitcoin is decentralized, but now it's becoming centralized because the banks are controlling it with the ETFs, which is a smart move on their part, bad move on our part. But that's what they want. They want they want transaction fees. Every time you get paid, you put a little bit in Bitcoin. That's a transaction fee they get to get. That's what they want to do over time. So that's why I say 2024 is your last time to ever get rich off of cryptocurrency. This is it. That's why you can't waste time. That's why you cannot look away. That's why you have to be on top of it every day, because this year is unlike any other. It will be your last time. So is the mic stretching? I don't know what's going on here. Maybe it's the I don't know. It can't be a loose cord unless this is it. Let's see. Yeah, it should be back now. So is the sound back now? It should be okay now. So I had to restart everything. Yeah, it should be okay now. Yeah, thank you. But like I said, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I appreciate you, Terry Anderson, 1999. Thank you for the super sticker. I really appreciate that, man. So I can't move the mic. That's probably what it was. So it's good. So I won't get close to the mic. So back to what I was saying. And it may be just because it spikes out when I get close. Maybe when I get too close, it spikes out. I don't know. But because my voice is weird. So like I said, is that this is the last chance. The last chance. Los World War DM me, and we'll talk about filming the St. Pete event. But this is the last chance, right? And I want to talk about some things that happen in the Bitcoin world. The XRP ETF is probably a go. And that's another thing. Like in this world of confusion, tricks, and trickery, right? There's little small tricks happening within the big trick. That's what's so crazy, is that XRP they're tricking you about that too. And it's so sad when I see people, oh yeah, XRP's done. XRP's not gonna. Is it better now? XRP's not gonna. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get back farther from the mic, I guess. Is it good now? Maybe I'm too close. Yeah, is it okay now? Yeah. This is the last year to invest to get ripped off in crypto. Yeah, I don't know what the static you guys are hearing. Yeah, restart the mic again, man. Let me see. Yeah. Let me kill something real fast. Yeah, it should be better now. Could control the mic. The sound is static. Unplug the mic. No, I mean, this is the best I can do. Yeah, it should be okay now. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it should be okay now. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the output levels. I don't know. I'll just leave it like this. So it could be because I was just I'm just too close to the mic, man. So back to what I was saying, is that the XRP ETF is coming regardless of what they say, because it's the most likely crypto. And I believe in Ethereum. I'll tell you this right now. If somebody asks me, I get this question all the time. What would you rather invest in, Ethereum or Bitcoin? I always say Ethereum, because Ethereum, I appreciate that, Kevin Effect. Ethereum is my favorite cryptocurrency. I think one day it's going to be number one. But if you look from a regulatory standpoint, XRP is probably the most likely to be a ETF. I'm going to tell you why. Is because Ethereum hasn't passed regulatory issues from the SEC yet. And and Bitcoin and XRP has. So XRP is not a security. The SEC already said it, so they can convert it into an ETF a lot easier. They don't have all the regulatory problems. So I think that that's what's going to happen next. XRP is going to be turned into an ETF probably before Ethereum. And this is what I've heard from insiders. They say April 12th. They're going to file it April 12th. It could still take 2 months, 3 months for it to be approved. They're going to file it. This is my inside information. They said they're going to file it on April 12th. They didn't say they were going to approve it. Now, it could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more months before they approve it, but they're going to file it. Now, Ethereum will be approved in May. Now, that's a different thing. So, back to what I was saying is that major institutions have been accumulating Bitcoin. BlackRock and Fidelity are leading the charge in Bitcoin accumulation. Their combined Bitcoin assets are exceeding significant amounts. BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust has 100,000 Bitcoin under management. Right? It's a significant milestone in institutional Bitcoin acquisition. It's a record inflows into the spot. You got one single day last week, or in the last 2 weeks, I don't remember which day. One single day was 631 million Bitcoins were purchased for those ETFs. Now, these are institutions and banks that told you it was a scam. And they still not acting like, you still got Jamie Dimon out there, even though JP Morgan is involved in this, telling you it's a scam. You think he's stupid? You think he don't know better? He knows exactly what he's doing. Right? He's doing this on purpose. Mainstream institutions are getting in. And that's the thing about it. For people that normally work with 401ks and stuff are starting to prepare themselves for that shift over from Bitcoin to get invested in cryptocurrency in your 401ks. That's really what they want. Because once they get that, that's when they'll make billions and billions of dollars. Now, it makes me very angry because you know, the thing about it, there's still people out there that will argue with you about Bitcoin being a scam. They tricked us so good that people still believe it. They still will argue with you this is a scam. You're like, well, BlackRock's involved. Well, I don't know. Because for years and years, they've tricked us and conditioned us to think it's a scam. So a lot of people won't come on. That's part of the scam. You don't want everybody coming in too fast. You want time to accumulate. You want time to make decisions. Banks got years. They give you a mortgage for 20 years. Think about that. Name an individual that could afford to give a loan for 20, 30 years. Could you do it? I want to borrow $500,000 from one of y'all. I'm going to pay you back over time for 30 years at 5%. You may be dead before then. Banks have time on their side because they're a multi-generational institution. They don't really have to worry about that. And they can sell those assets as security bonds, and they can make money like that too. So they have all these inventive ways. If you need to watch The Big Short. That's one of my favorite movies. They have these inventive ways to make money in the short term off of longer term investments because they have such a big system to work with. So they have time. They'll keep you off the track for 6, 7 years if they have to. They want to accumulate, build their stuff up. Then it's like a cruise ship. They have to turn slow anyway. So they're okay with that. So they still have people out there believing it's a scam. Even though if you've been watching cryptocurrency over the last 6 months, there's been constant movement towards mass adoption. Some of you guys have been following me for 4 years. I've been walking you through it for more than that, really, because I started talking about it in 2018 on my social medias. 6 years, I've walked you through almost everything that's going to happen next. Most of the things. I'm not perfect, but still. So like I said, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I got 930 people in there, but only 171 likes. That's a shame. I should have at least 1,000 likes by now. So if you guys could, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. This is the last cycle for us. I mean, you'll always be able to make money with cryptocurrency. There'll always be a coin that goes up 1,000 times. There'll always be Bitcoin will always constantly go up. Some years maybe 20, some years maybe 8%. But the ease of making money, where almost anything can make money, is that time is over. This is the last year where I could throw my money in any of the top 10 cryptos and come out on top. No, that's not going to happen anymore. That'll be over. You'll have to have such a high level of knowledge, insider knowledge, outside knowledge, all of these things to make money by then that the average 90% of society won't be able to do it. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. I got 355 likes, but only there's 1,000 people in this room. So I need you guys to share a lot of it. I need you guys to like the video and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. So there's a big, because BlackRock and Fidelity and Bank of America is starting to get into it, JP Morgan and these banks getting into it, it's starting to alter the market perception of Bitcoin, right? This is aggressive accumulation for any asset. This is a lot. To 100,000 Bitcoins within 3-4 months, this is a lot of money going into this. And the crazy thing about it, we talk about this on the Crypto Trends podcast. So if you guys go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts, listen to the podcast. It's called Crypto Trends. Let me see if I can put it up here. It's not gonna work. So it's called Crypto Trends, and it's on Spotify and Apple. I tried to put a logo up there, it didn't work. But yeah, we talk about a lot of this stuff. But the thing about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is it's kind of scary, but in a good way. Is that if you look at the amount, it was a period between the end of last year and early this year where 78% of all Bitcoin was bought by institutions. Appreciate you, even learner. I appreciate you, Ruben Banielos. Thank you. But so 78% were bought. It means, and then if you look on what's called on-chain analysis, remember with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, we can see everything that's happening. Now, we may not know whose wallet this is or whose wallet that is, but we can look into it and say, well, there's a big wallet here. More money keeps going in this $1 billion wallet. And then we look at the rest of the chain and say, well, there's no new accounts being created. There's no new accounts being filled with small amounts of money. That would indicate that somebody's just getting into Bitcoin, right? Somebody signs up for a Coinbase account, a new account is generated. And then they fill that account with Bitcoin, crypto, whatever. So we can see that Bitcoin is transparent like most other cryptocurrencies. We can see that on the blockchain. So we're not seeing a lot of that. We're seeing big accounts. All the Bitcoin is being sold going into these big accounts. So that tells us that retail involvement hasn't even started. Retail even said, Armando has me paying for grocery delivery now. Yeah, you're getting kind of bougie. But yeah, like back to what I was saying is that retail, the retail, when they come in, price is going to go up 3-4 times in almost every crypto at minimum. Now, some of them are going to go up more than that, but at minimum, that retail frenzy that's coming after the halving is going to drive every single credible crypto up at least 300%. Bitcoin, XRP can go past, like I always said it was going to 20. I always said it and I still stand by it. I don't care what nobody says. I stand by XRP is going to 20 because there's things happening that a lot of people don't understand. One of the biggest things is still number 6. XRP is still, if it was a dead coin, it would have already dropped off the front. People would have already started dumping it. There's value in it because people aren't selling. If people aren't selling, it's for a good reason. And if you look at what's happening, everything's being revealed to you. XRP will be at least the second or third ETF in cryptocurrency, and then that's when it'll skyrocket. So like I said, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And also like the video. We got 436 likes, but we still got 1,000 people in here. So I need you guys to like the video if you can. I'd really appreciate that. You've been listening to me since 2002, up over 20K. That's nice. I'm glad you were able to make some money, Richard. And you got to remember, somebody says, I saw a dude on YouTube say XRP is a retail distraction coin. You got to remember, and I tell people this, is I've been constantly talking about cryptocurrency for 6 years. And I told y'all last year, if you remember, I said I'm going to focus a lot on cryptocurrency this year. I said that before, 6 months before the year even started. I said this was a cryptocurrency year. Next year may be stocks. You know, it depends on whatever I'm doing. And I also told you this. I said a lot of these fake gurus and stuff will come out of the woodwork like chipmunks when crypto starts popping off. It happens every cycle. Charlatans, people that don't know what they're saying, screaming crazy, going nuts. Normally, you know, younger kids, it really is everybody now. They start coming out. And then the scary thing is a lot of y'all start believing them. These people are not, all you got to do is scroll down on their page. They went to my crypto 8 months ago, then they don't even know what they're talking about. They're bouncing all around. Now, I was talking about a lot of stocks last year, NVIDIA, AI, but I still talked about crypto every single strategy Sunday I did on Sunday. I made sure I mentioned the Bitcoin halving every single time, almost 99% of the times. So like I said, is that the aggressive accumulation by and achievements of such financial giants as BlackRock in the Bitcoin space, it could potentially reshape market perceptions regarding crypto. And it probably will reshape perceptions of cryptocurrency investing. Their involvement is going to serve for validation for Bitcoin's long-term viability and stability, and it's going to probably introduce a lot more people to cryptocurrency. Because once BlackRock and once Fidelity and once Bank of America and once JP Morgan get into this, you know what they have the power over? They have the power over the media and they have the power over ads. They'll start selling it to people straight up. Ads on TV. Happy family. You know, we decided, ha ha ha. Hey, do you like your hot dog? Ha ha ha. Hey, the dog comes up, gives the dude, ha ha, you're a good dog. When I first started Bitcoin, I didn't trust it. And now I believe that Bitcoin, it can be a secure place for me and my family. Thank you, JP Morgan. That's what it's going to be like in 4 or 5 years. It's going to be weird for a lot of people that's been in it for a long time. Because once the banks control it, they're going to change the narrative. And they already are probably starting to do that now. I need you guys to like the video. Got 496 likes. We got 1,000 people in here. We need some more likes. And also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I bought some more Shiba this week, sorry. They bought $5,000 more, $4,000 more of Shiba. Because like I said, is that what I believe in that is that I don't believe in Shiba that much or Dogecoin, but I'm able to predict the retail people coming. Because we said the retail hasn't come yet. And just like we tell you in my book, Strategic Millionaire, don't trade on emotions. The masses do. The mass people who come in a frenzy in a few months, they trade on emotions. That's how we beat them. We don't trade on emotions. You know what they're going to do? Like a toxic relationship. They're going right back to the same coins. They don't remember. They're going to go right back to Shiba and Doge. They're going to start going. It's the same thing's going to happen. Shiba and Doge are going to spike up because of the massive influx of new investors thinking they can repeat the same thing with Shiba and Doge. Someone will if they get it early enough. That's why I'm trying to be early. You get out and it's probably going to crash again. But that's what I'm saying is that I don't believe in Shiba's technology or what they're doing, but I can predict the retail hordes coming into that coin and Dogecoin and probably Pepe. I'm not going to go into Pepe, but Proppy is still a great coin. Proppy has a thing I like about Proppy is they're putting a lot of advertising dollars behind what they're doing. They're the only true real estate company on the entire blockchain. I mean, in blockchain. They're a registered title company, and they're doing metaverse and real world assets. I mean, that, to be honest, and I'm not trying to say anything because I am paid by Proppy, but not to promote the coin, to promote the platform Proppy Keys, because you can go and mint addresses on Proppy Keys. But I still believe in the coin. I wouldn't have took that sponsorship, because I've been talking about Proppy for 3 years. That's why they found me. But there's no other coin out there that can match that. Proppy's probably going $10 to $20, and that's why I'm holding it. Everything I'm buying more, holding it, whatever I have to do. It was probably at 218. We start talking about it at 52 cents. Appreciate you. How is it possible? We got a super chat here. How is it possible that OIN Finance went from 3 cents to over 2K today? Went up like 33 million%. I would say that something that's not right. It has to be something wrong there, because that's almost impossible. I don't think that's a true gain, and I bet you people wasn't even able to get into it. Something happened. I don't know, because I haven't been following that, but that's unheard of. It had to be some type of manipulation, or the charts are just wrong, or they could have been like a reverse, some split, or I don't know. Maybe they changed. I don't know, because that would have been all over the news if that happened. I just believe it was something else. We got 1,000 people in here, but only 500 likes. So, like I said, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and like the video. Yeah, I like H-bar a lot. Yeah, I'm still holding on to Clean Spark. Like I said, that's a long-term play. It will eventually play out. Bitcoin is approaching 68,000 right now. Let me bring up this chart for you. Yeah, so if we look at the Bitcoin chart here, I'm getting kind of fancy here, right? But look at the chart. We had like a impulse around 1 o'clock. It actually got almost up to 69,000 today. There was a retraction. It was a severe retraction down below the support line. Support line was here at 68, so we fell below support. We got a support line right now at around 67,800, right around there. So we got the next support line is around 67.6 in the bottom. So more than likely it's going to continue to go up. We'll probably be at, I think, 72, 73 sometime next week or the week after. I think it's just time for impulse. But the halving is coming, April 18th right now, I believe it is. Let's see what's halving calculator. Let's see what a halving countdown, because the date changes based on block time. Yeah, now it's April 20th. Yeah, so it's the halving is coming April 20th, 2024. Like I said, a Bitcoin halving event is it's part of Bitcoin's network where they cut the supply of Bitcoin in half. That's being produced every 10 minutes. So it's going from 6.25 to 3.125 after the halving. And it's done to make Bitcoin deflationary and always at least stabilize the price, but in a perfect world, make the price go up. But at minimum, it'll stabilize it. 70 billion in inflows to spot BTF, Bitcoin ETF since January. I understand they may be eyeing XRP. That's true, Stephen. They are. I think XRP is the next. Between XRP and Ethereum, I love Ethereum. Ethereum is my favorite crypto. But I think XRP has more potential to be let's call it ETF'd, than Ethereum does, because XRP has already passed a lot of the regulatory hurdles. Ethereum hasn't done so yet because they've been fighting with the SEC. So I think that it's more likely that XRP will become a ETF before Ethereum. But I still think Ethereum's going to do very well in the future. That's my favorite coin. I think one day it will flip Bitcoin as the #1 crypto in the world. So there are some concerns over the concentration of holdings, right? Because Bitcoin is starting to get centralized. And I'm going to tell you something. This is what I kind of theorized a while back, is that a lot of people, I've been in crypto since 2011, and a lot of people said Bitcoin is decentralized. But you know what else is, what was the biggest decentralized technology ever? Let me see if anybody could tell me. That was a technology that came out that was completely decentralized. There was no central authority, no control. Nobody could stop you from doing whatever you wanted. There was one that came out in our lifetime. Now, what was it called? Let's see if we can get somebody to answer this question. It was the internet. The internet is decentralized. The internet is supposed to be, I should be able to set up a server in my house and serve whatever I want. I should be unrestricted on what I say, do whatever on the internet. But over time, the rich and elite and the corporations centralize the internet. 60% of all internet traffic goes through Netflix now. But it's like 5 nodes in the US, and they're all in the US. So it's 5 nodes I think it's 4 or 5 nodes in the US that all the internet goes through. We have complete control of it now. The United States have complete control of this. There's 4 corporations that own it. Try to post something that's against what people don't like. You can't even make a website. No, when you could back in the day, make a website that the society doesn't like. They will take you down and take your domain name from you. So it's not no more. But I fear and I predicted that would happen to cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, eventually. I would say that they always use a few things to get you. They use their money, they use their power, they use the media. But one thing they use to control you is fear. They make you terrified to death. So you just hand over control to the elite and the rich and the banks and the corporations. There was a saying in ancient Rome that the politicians would always say. That said, when all else fails, tell the people that the barbarians are at the gate, and they'll let you do whatever you want. If you can't convince them to pass this new law, if you can't rationalize with them to pass this new law, all you got to do is say, we have to pass this law because the barbarians are at the gate right now. If they come in, they'll kill us all. Once you say that, the people just give up all power. Whatever you need to save us and make us feel safe again. Now, the moral of that hasn't changed. The tactics have changed, but the base of that story is still the same. Whenever the banks and elite want to control you, they start controlling you through fear. Oh man, you don't need to get into that. Oh man, you got to give us more power. That's how they're gonna control the Bitcoin, through the ETFs. They'll make you terrified. They'll make you seem even criminal to own Bitcoin that's outside of the ETFs. It's almost like cash. You ever tried to buy something lately with a large amount of cash? You're looked at as a criminal because the system don't want you using cash. They want you to use credit and all these other digital payment systems so they can track you. They don't want you using Bitcoin because that wasn't untraceable. It's semi-traceable now, but it still can be untraceable. But they don't want you spending cash, so they made it, even though cash is not illegal, they made you seem criminal by going there and buy a car with a duffel bag of cash. It'd be all kind of, they got to send a report to the IRS. They got to run all these checks. They go through I want you to carry a duffel bag of cash in the airport and run it through the x-rays. They will take it and seize it from you. So they'll do the same thing with Bitcoin. They'll make you look like you're almost a criminal by just having it outside of the ETFs. And I think that's how they'll control it over the next 10 to 20 years. Hopefully they won't, but I just fear that they will. Like I said, if you just joined the channel, please subscribe and like the video. We got 600 likes, but 993 people here watching. So I need you guys to please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Ethereum's at 33.76. Appreciate the DWSX. I appreciate the super like. That's the 5th super like. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. I really appreciate when you guys do that. Thank you. Thank you for giving me those super likes. Somebody asked, how do you do it? Well, at the right at the chat, there's a dollar sign to the right side of the chat. You just click that, and it'll tell you what you can send. If it's lagging, that's your computer, because nobody else is saying it's lagging. We got 663 likes, 993 people in here. Should I invest heavy on property? I can't tell you what you do. It's up to you. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the historical significance and future outlook of what's happening right now with Bitcoin. Right now, when we look back at history 10, 20 years from now, we're going to look at this as a changing point in the history of Bitcoin when institutions got involved. Because they've been planning this for a while, but it's been I don't think people understand how big this is, that these large institutions are starting to get in. Now, I'm not saying it's good or bad. We don't know yet. But I'm saying there's a significant event that there's no going back from. And that's what I think people don't realize yet. I'm not saying y'all do. Miguel Montano, I appreciate the super like. Thank you. That's the 6th one. But I don't know if it's going to be good or bad going forward. But it is significant. Because there's no going back from this. And there's still people out. That's why it's Young Montana. Can you explain the difference between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash? Bitcoin is the original. That's the first cryptocurrency ever. Bitcoin Cash was created because because remember, Bitcoin is open source. So anybody can copy Bitcoin's source code, change some stuff, and they got their own Bitcoin. And that's what Bitcoin Cash is, a derivative of Bitcoin, but not as good. And also Litecoin is a semi-derivative of Bitcoin, but it's a little bit faster and they made it better. So before Ethereum came out, now you can create coins on top of Ethereum. This Solana and all these other programmable blockchains came out. But before it was Bitcoin, a lot of people copied the Bitcoin code and just made it and just changed some stuff. So a lot of the early cryptocurrencies are just copies of Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash is one of those. There's another one called Bitcoin SV. There's like 6 of them that are all almost duplicates of Bitcoin. But like, even if you look at Bitcoin Cash, let me do this. Look at Bitcoin Cash. It has the same amount of supply as Bitcoin. Exactly the same, because it's a copy of Bitcoin. 21 million BCH, because 21 million Bitcoin, because what they did is they took the code. I don't even know if they changed anything. I don't know. But and then you just make it, you made their own coin based on the original code of Bitcoin. They may have not changed anything. They may have made some stuff faster. They may have made some fees lower, whatever. But they're all derivatives of Bitcoin. And a lot of people think, this is what a lot of people get confused, because they think that they can buy this and it's going to go up to where Bitcoin's at. It probably won't. But it's still going to go up. It's still going to make some money because it does move with Bitcoin as well. So if Bitcoin goes up, it's going to go up as well. Just like Ethereum and an ETC, where they're both the same thing, more or less, 99% the same thing. Can you talk about some WOOF? Heard you touch on it a bit a while back. I haven't talked about WOOF. I haven't talked about Wolf at all. Must be thinking about somebody else. I appreciate you, Clips 9. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And we got 1,200 people in there, but only 680 likes. So I need you guys to please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Remember, Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin are the exact same, almost the exact same technology. So if Bitcoin works, Bitcoin Cash works as well. So a lot of people see that as an easy way to get into it at a lower price with much more potential. Now, the potential probably is higher. Like if I put $1 into Bitcoin and $1 in Bitcoin Cash, I would more than likely make more in Bitcoin Cash. But the risk is also higher. So I appreciate the Super Light Ghost 45. But other than that, I don't really, I don't have any Bitcoin Cash. Somebody just asked me about ICP. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, ICP is $17. I could see it going over 100 in this next bull run. If we look at the all-time, it was at the all-time high. Really, not even that long ago. When it came out, it was at $428. It will return to that eventually. Or not, it may not even return. I say at least half of that. I'm saying 100 is being conservative, but I think that it has a lot of potential. It's just it's a misunderstood cryptocurrency right now. And it's an altcoin, so it may not start picking up gains to 3-4 months after the halving. Okay, it might be a dumb question. There's no such thing as a dumb question. But he says, might be a dumb question. I appreciate the super like 2 flow, might be a dumb question. Can you explain why crypto being a security is bad? If crypto is deemed a security, then average people can't buy it because of accredited investor law. It's got to be a publicly traded company. There's a lot of laws, and that's just one. There's a lot of laws that regulate securities, and there's no laws that regulate Bitcoin, right? So if Bitcoin is deemed a security, it gets put to the category with stocks, with all this stuff, whatever, and now the SEC has regulation over it. Now, I don't know if it would fall under accredited investor law or not, but probably. So that would mean you need $1 million net worth and a $200,000 a year salary for 2 years to be able to buy it. I think it would apply. Now, somebody may fact check me and see it's wrong, but I think it would apply. But the other reason is that they would have full authority over it, and you would have to file paper. It'd be a lot of regulations if they deemed it a security. Now that it's not a security, it has a lot more freedom, and more people can get involved in it. If they deem it a security, then it's not as many people can get involved with it. And the government will have a lot more leeway to arrest people and do all this other stuff. And you'd have to be very careful after they deemed it a security. What about ENS? ENS is still going to do well when Ethereum starts doing well, after they get approved as a ETF sometime May, June. Yeah, ICP all-time high was 630. Bought the book, joined the CNC. Appreciate you, John Betty. So it said, if you transfer a hot wallet to cold wallet, does the money stay neutral or go right up? I mean, it stays the same. You lose money in the fees that it took to transfer the money over or the crypto over, but you don't lose any value. Would AI coins like Fetch drop in value when they combine with the new asset? No, because that won't happen. You'll have the same value in whatever the new token is that you had before. What about SoundHound AI? We're in a mini bubble burst of AI right now, which I think is not gonna. I don't think it's gonna really be significant. But a lot of people are pulling back from AI, so a lot of these AI companies are starting to suffer. And remember, the stock market fell significantly today. So all of these, any stock, whenever the stock market falls as bad as it did today, let me see. Let's see how far it fell today. Yeah, it was down. That didn't fall that much, but it was pretty. No, it did fall. I'm looking at futures. Yeah, so when the market falls, a lot of the stocks that took on the biggest gains over the last year are going to take the biggest hits because people panic and they think they're overvalued. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and please like the video. We got another super like. Question, what is wrapped Bitcoin? Well, wrapped Bitcoin is a version of Bitcoin that can be used on Ethereum. The Ethereum network, any other network, right? Is that that's a way to take Bitcoin, which is, remember, Bitcoin's blockchain is not programmable. All it does is move transactions around. You can store some data, but it's costly. Ethereum, you can do a lot more other stuff. You can do smart contracts. You can create NFTs. You can create all these other things. So in order to put these both together, you can take Bitcoin, you can wrap it in a container, quote unquote container, that whether you can use it on the Ethereum blockchain and move that money around. So Bitcoin can be moved around on Ethereum's blockchain or any other blockchain. And that's what wrapped Bitcoin is, just wrapped. I mean, it just has it's in a container that can be used on another blockchain. Andre Logan, I appreciate you, man. Like I said, is that we got a lot of people here tonight. We went over 1,000 a few times. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And like the video. Hey, Romano, what do you think about near? What happened? Could you pull up XOXO and Beam? Like I said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and also like the video. I would appreciate if you guys like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. What is your AMD prediction? Do you think Qualcomm can hit 400 by mid-2025? Yeah, I think it can. Has your AMD price in the year changed? It hasn't changed. I appreciate both of those super chats. Do you think XRP will get an ETF approved for May, June? I don't know when XRP's ETF will get approved. I just know that there's a good chance that somebody is going to apply for it. And that's that's all I can say. I can't say who or whatever. But that doesn't mean it's going to get approved that same day. It could be months after. Months, years. I don't know. What's funny about KYC is that KYC didn't even really exist until January of 2018. I had like 4 or 5 crypto accounts. They didn't even know who I was. All you had to do is put your email in. And all that stuff started. I'm going to tell you, you know how that started? You know what KYC came from? I was in crypto at the time. Is the law. I remember in January of 2018, there was a mad rush of lawyers into cryptocurrency. I went to a cryptocurrency conference I went to every year with techies. 2018 was like 60% lawyers, scaring everybody to death. You gotta tell they were going nuts, like scaring, telling you need this, you need that, blah, 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 sitting there, selling their products and services at these events. And it just took the whole industry in a frenzy to where everybody started doing KYC and stuff, and the SEC got involved. But that was right around that time where there was a frenzy of lawyers in the cryptocurrency space. What are your thoughts on XLM? I think XLM is good. I don't have any, but I don't think it's a bad crypto. Like I said, if you ever subscribe to the channel, please subscribe and also like the video if you haven't done so already. KYC does benefit because when you do KYC, you got to remember, Now they can track the blockchain. They couldn't do that before. Because they know that this is yours. Then they know that this, but they can figure it out with reverse engineering and now because people are now adding their information into the blockchain. I'm a first timer. What are your thoughts on Helium Mobile and switching cell service? I think that's a great idea. I actually thought about that, and I should have went when I created ICO Rank in 2017. I actually thought about that idea, and I didn't go down the path. I thought about a cell switching service using Wi-Fi routers, and I think Helium's doing a great job with that, and I think that's the future. A lot of these services that we have now are going to be decentralized. Like right now, I'm at my house, and I'm in a broadcast studio basically, And 20 years ago, we couldn't do that. So a lot of this technology that the big and the elite and the corporations had, I think average people are going to have and be able to profit from. And I think like cell phone towers and stuff will be democratized. And people will be able to make, small amounts of money by you putting many towers and routers and stuff in their house for cell phone services and other data services. So I think Helium Mobile has a big potential. I've been talking about Helium for 3-4 years. I actually bought a bunch of Helium miners, which are outdated now. But 1 hour mastery call, just DM me on Instagram or click the link in the bio. I'll put it in the chat. The 1 hour call is here. I'll just put it in the chat. Is XRP launching a stable coin? Yeah, that's true. XRP is launching a stable coin. So, I think MicroStrategy will go to $1,000 when BTC hits 200K. Yeah, I don't know about that, 10,000, but it will go up because they have 1% of the world's Bitcoin supply in their company coffers. So yeah, it's going to go up, but I don't know how much. I can't tell you that. I don't know. Who here likes the new interface? I worked hard on this all day. I just want to test it out tonight. This is not going to be Strategy Sunday. This is going to be like when I just go live. I'm going to start doing live on Wednesday nights. Just keep up with cryptocurrency. This is Thursday, I know, but I'm going to start doing it on Wednesday nights. So like I said, if you just joined up, please DM me. Please subscribe to the channel and also like the video. Thank you. Veracity, I think, is going to do well. That's another one we talk about on the Crypto Trends podcast. Also, Chainlink. I like Chainlink, and I appreciate you, Eric. So like I said, if you're just joining, please. Heard you guys mention Floki on the podcast. It's something we should be gravitating in your humble opinion. Floki's a meme coin, but they're one of the stronger meme coins. They have a big community. With meme coins, you got to practice a little bit of risk management because they are volatile. But I think that's a pretty good one. Like I said, it's still a meme coin, so you got to be careful. But I think that's one of the better ones. Will you mint your home on a blockchain? I definitely would. Appreciate you, Justin. Is it better to accumulate XRP or Ethereum? That's a hard question. I mean, if it was me, I like XRP, but if I had a choice between the two, it'd be Ethereum. I would do both, really, but if you made me choose one, would be Ethereum. Yeah, Mirror Riot and Clean Spark will bounce back. What is your favorite chapter in the book? Let's create a circle of winners. That one. Somebody said the new platform is amazing. Are these features of YouTube or a separate software? Nah, this is all just custom graphics that I created. This is mostly like HTML overlays. Hey Mondo, could you talk about the strategy for selling your 2025 minor calls, and do you choose profit in the BNT? I'm putting those profits into the Bitcoin, but I'm going to sell them. I'm not going to hold them to January. I'm probably going to sell them around August, sometime August. September, August, to sell those and put all in the Bitcoin, all those profits. I'm getting tired, so I only got a few more minutes. Mono, yeah, I already did that one. Like I said, if you're just joining, please subscribe to the channel. Yeah, no more. I put in the chat. I put my link tree. So go there if you want to ask any questions. Somebody said, if you had 10K in your hands right now, how would you invest? Give some strategy examples. If I had $10,000 right now, I think a lot of the gains, like a lot of the plays that I could have done in the stock market already passed. So I would probably put it all into crypto at this point. And I would probably, and I always say this, I don't know because it changes depending on the day. So no one might go back 3 weeks ago and say, but you said this, but I'm talking about from right now, somebody had me $10,000. I would put 30% in Ethereum, 30, 40, let's say 40% in Ethereum, 30% in Bitcoin. That leaves us 30%. So I would take that last 10%, put 1,000 in the Proppy, 1,000 in the Shiba, 500 in the Dogecoin. It leaves us what? Another 500. That leaves us 1,500. I put 1,000 in the XRP. I put the last 1,500 probably in XRP. That's how I would split it up. Somebody said, what are some risk management tips and tricks? Well, whenever something doubles, take out your original investment. Then you can let the rest ride and have zero risk. Hey, Isaac. How's it going, man? Like I said, if you just joined it, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Yeah, just text me, Kova. Well, it's a lot of posting on YouTube. Yeah. All right, so I'll talk for 8 more minutes and I'll go. Why is CleanSpark doing better than Mara? Because CleanSpark started out a lot cheaper, and it was also a newer company. So not a newer company, but not as well known as Mara and Riot. So the implied volatility was high on Mara and Riot, and also people were already buying that well before the halving because they in anticipation of it. I don't have any mentor programs. You could join the CNC. That's the closest thing we got. Do you have to pay taxes once you take out your original investment? No, because it's your original investment. Taxes only on the profits. So you don't have to pay taxes on that. If you just joined, please subscribe to the channel. All right, well, I'm going to let you guys go for the night. I appreciate you, and have a great